Welcome to the Scrap to Art Metalworks channel. This video is primarily going to be about a heritage build or legacy build. This situation where I've been asked to come to somebody's place, a loved one has passed away, they've got a bunch of material, they'd like me to take that material and build something for them and just use the pieces that I got there that came from their place. There's a lot of memories there. A lot of times it's grandpa's old tools or dad's old tools. Who knows what you might come up with. So I just want to pass along some things I've learned. I've done quite a few of these builds already, and some little tips I've learned that I wish I knew at the beginning when I started doing these builds. This particular one is for a friend of mine. It wasn't a commission build, it was more of a surprise. They asked me to come and they said, we're cleaning out mom's place and we've got all this stuff and just take what you want for your art. And so I didn't tell them, but I went ahead and built this, and I'm gonna gift it back to them. And it's all gonna start with the beak made out of these tin snips. So I'll throw it to me in the past and start from there. Thanks, future me. So these are the tin snips that we used for the beak. And the first tip is that when you get a suggestion from the person that you're building the piece for, try to incorporate some of their suggestions into the piece. When we were loading up the truck, the person that this is for said, hey, this might be a good bird beak. So I'm actually going to start with this as the beak and kind of work out from there. The next tip is even though you're filing those tips away in your head, try not to start designing the piece in your head while you're there. There's a lot going on. They're trying to decide what to give you. You're trying to decide what to take. So there's some emotion there. The next tip, be greedy. To that same effect, you don't really know where you're going to go with the piece once you get back to your studio. So if they offer something, go ahead and take it, so that you have it as you're getting into your build, and you might need something that while you were loading up you didn't think you needed, because you're going to try and work from just what they gave you. So you're going to have limited amount of resources, and that's going to stretch you a little bit as an artist. So this is most of what I got. There's another pile outside. There's some of it you can't see on the screen, but this is most of what I got. And the next tip is keep your stuff separate. So I've got this on this cart and I've got a pile outside. I've got it separate from my stuff. So now as I'm doing my build, I can come over, I can look at to see what I've got to work with, and those are the pieces I'm going to work with. The next tip is to accept the fact that you're going to have to work with some different media than you might normally work with. For a bird like this, I would usually just use some round rod for the feet, but I'm going to use these nicer pieces. These are pretty handy pieces to have, but I'm going to go ahead and use them for the feet. You just saw me taking this plow mount apart. Same thing on the body. I think I'm going to use this load binder for the body. Might be a little bit of a bigger piece than you need. It's kind of a nice piece, but it'll be kind of hidden, but that's okay. That's all part of building a piece like this. Pretty happy with how this is starting to turn out. I think I'm just going to go with this as kind of the feathers for the top. We'll see on that. And then I'm going to use the tin snip handles for the eyes here. Just kind of weld those on. Got the feet done. I know what I want to use for the legs. Wings, tail feathers, so it's starting to come together. again, don't be tempted to borrow something out of your pile of stuff. Work off the pile you got, and you might have to make like subtle compromises. I probably wouldn't use this trowel for the wings if I was doing my own, but who knows how many stories this trowel could tell. It works well to attach it, so I'm just gonna go with that. I think it'll work out all right. Put a big radius on the corner so it's not sharp and put it on there. That wraps up the build. The last step is to get him to his forever home. Well, the bird has made it to its forever home. As soon as she got it, she knew right where it was going. So if you have to make a legacy piece, I hope that this video helps you out. If you find any tips that I missed, or when you find the tips that I missed, if you could add them in the comments, that'd be great. Thanks for watching and have a great day.